Hi, I'm Ron Nutter, and welcome to another edition of Techbytes with Ron Nutter. This time I'm going to show you how to set up the Wemo Wi-Fi plug for your smart home, and that starts now. The setting up the Wemo, or getting a Wemo, just materialized recently because I'm in the process of looking at planning out a series of videos on the different third-party integration pieces. You've got me, Stringify, and you've heard me or seen me use IFTTT in some of the other videos. So I wanted to come up with some devices that I knew would work on me, because that one has some potentials that I've not seen out of IFTTT. Of course, there's all things that are going to be different. So this one I liked about this one is it hugs a single outlet. So if you've got the standard dual wall outlet or dual outlet wall plate, then this is not going to partially block one if you put it in the lower slot, which was kind of important to me. So I'm going to plug it in over here because we're going to need it in just a minute, but I want to get it on the network. Now, I did a lot of working with this one because in order to do the video, I wanted to show you what the install process would look like. And as I thought it would, it was switching Wi-Fi SSID, so that made trying to do it live all but impossible. So we're going to go over to a video that I've shot, and I'm going to bring it in here. And come on, we'll get over here and drag it in, and then we should start to see the process go through. And this is, you'll first plug it in. You'll see it comes up with its own SSID, and then it will see it. So you can then have the option, if you tap on the name field here, that's going to let you change the name of the device. So that's, that's nice. And especially if you get several of them, you want to do that. Now, I turn off the remembering of the Wi-Fi settings because I may want to have it on a different SSID. As you change the name, it's going to go back to the unit and save that. Apparently it does things in individual pieces. So we'll go back here, and I just realized I'm looking at a double screen here, but that's fine. Then once you save the SSID, and I edited out the passwords, that's another reason why I want to do this, it will first try to attach to the device, then it will see it's rebooted, and it will switch over to the SSID that you've last had this device on, and then you go into this and you're up and running. Now, in full disclosure, let's see, get back up here. There we go. This was about a 4 to 5 minute process, and that's where it did. I edited down so you could see it in a very compressed time format. It took me total about 4 or 5 minutes. Now, some of that could have been because of my Fire 8 tablet, because I noticed it does run slower on doing some of the installations. But you know what? I can live with that. I just didn't want to turn on the phone to do the same thing. Now, I'm going to show you something. I was going to do this as a separate video, but I want to do this as a value add, because this will show you how to delete it. Because if you have to do a hardware reset and you do it from the Wemo plug, it doesn't erase it out of the app, and the app gets kind of confused. So let's switch over here to, okay, now this is what happens when I do the video, and let me shift back here for just a second. Okay, come on. We all know technology is great, and then let's get back up here, and then we'll shift over here, and now when I go to the app button, voila, sorry, it just decided to act a little quirky. Now, when you get into the app and you saw it briefly, turn on and off, now it's going to take a little longer because I'm streaming video out of this tablet, and it's also trying to control the plug. So while it's doing that, I'll show you how to delete it. Okay, it says not detected. Trust me, it's lying. It's out there because it's connected. So here's what you do. If you want to delete one with this highlighted, you'll tap the pencil. Well, okay, it's lying to me. Basically, you tap the pencil, and then you will see a right arrow and 3 bars over here. that you tap on that right arrow, and then you'll scroll all the way to the bottom. You'll see a red bar that says Erase Notification and Settings. So that's going to be your ticket, and let's see, okay, it's not, for some reason, it's not going to rediscover it, but that's fine. We all know technology is great when it works. I'm going to do a rediscovery here real quick and see if it's going to play nice. Okay, there we go. It had, as we all know with technology, folks, it had to want to rediscover it. So we'll tap now. I'll walk you through, and you can see the pictures. Now with this being fully discovered, we'll tap on the pencil. Now here's the little right arrow we were talking about. We'll tap on that, and then we'll go down here to reset options. That was the step that I forgot about. Now it's not showing me the whole deal. It says clear product info. There should be two other options down here, and there will be one that says clear product info and reset. Basically, it's the one that deletes everything out of it. So that's the best way I found to do it, because if you do the hardware reset with the Wemo, then it doesn't take it out of the app. So that's what you really want to do to make things go as smoothly as they can. And this has been, other than one little quirk you just saw, and that I think is because I'm trying to stream live video out of the Fire 8 tablet while I'm trying to control it, and that's where I think it got confused, because when I wasn't doing that, it worked just great. This really is a good value for the money. Now again, it's another one of these devices that only links on 2.4. So when you first get the device configured and your tablet comes up, if you don't see it right away, shift over to the 2.4 gigahertz SSID or network ID. I'll say SSID, or I could say SSID, I guess. But you know where I'm going with this one. And that's all it takes to get it up and running. So if we go down here, let's see, okay, reset options. Okay, it still doesn't want to play nice. But you can see where this is all going. And if we do, okay, now I thought I might be able to show you the update piece as well. But of course, now that it's already updated it, that's not going to happen anymore. But you see where this device is, $25. There are some cheaper, yes. This is the form factor, though, that you can put it in a place to where it's not going to block both outlets. So if you're like me and you've got a lot of outlets that have both plugs in use, and you really don't want to go to the 6-outlet plug-in overlay to give you more outlets, this is a good one to consider, because it does have the right form factor. Now, we've been talking every once in a while, and I've got to make the pitch again here. This is a video that, you're looking at the volume 1 cover of the book. That one has already been out. I'm working on volume 2. It'll probably be later this year or next year. So this is the Wemo device is one that, especially if you're trying to have like a traveling smart home, or you're temporarily setting things up and you may be moving place to place, to say you travel a lot for a living, the Wemo is a good device because it is compact. It's not bulky like some of them. Now, would I try to power an appliance off of it? No, I would be very careful. I would read the specs on the device as to what you could put in. Now, like an Auric air cleaner or some sort of radio, yeah, it probably would be okay for that. When I'm saying radio, like an AM, FM portable job that you would carry with you. So that would be very straightforward to work with, and wouldn't pull a lot of power, because if you're going to want to switch an appliance, and when I'm saying appliance, something that probably pulls, well, more than 5 amps, I would get a plug that is rated for that. And there's only just a few that are. And if that's something you're interested in, please let me know, and I'll be glad to take a look at that one and get some more specs on that. So as you can see, this really is very straightforward to set up. It took, like I said, about 3 to 5 minutes. I got the video edited down to about a minute just to cut to the highlights, because there were some delays in there, and I didn't figure you wanted to hear me talk on while we're waiting for the time to expire. So give this a thought if you're looking at some of the outlets and you don't want to go the more invasive route of replacing outlets around the house with something that's hardwired in. And then, because the flip side there is, if you do decide to move them, all those have to come back, or you just have to abandon them. And at this point, I'm still more of a fan of the ones that plug into existing outlets. So I just have to disturb at a minimum anything in the house. So if I don't have to get into the wiring, I don't. So thank you for your time. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Would really appreciate that. And then click on the bell icon so you get notified of any new videos when they come out. If there's any question I can answer for you, please let me know. If you know someone who's thinking about doing some of their own smart home stuff, please share this channel with them. I'd be glad to help them, because it's whatever I can do to help you avoid some of the pitfalls that I've run into. And one parting shot is, when you're setting this up, if you put your tablet into, or your smartphone onto a 5 GHz SSID, you're probably not going to see the devices when you're trying to set up, because a lot of these are 2.4 only. If they support 5, they're worth considering, but they're probably also going to be a lot more expensive. But one step at a time, and you'll get through this. And just, some of it's going to be experimentation, but I think you'll like what you see in the end. Thank you for watching the video, and we'll see you again soon.